What's good, y'all? Welcome to weeks 5 and 6, day 1 of your Kinstretch program. So these will be the last 2 weeks, the most intense hips today. We'll continue with our max effort pels and rails, which you see we have a little bit more volume in our liftoffs, adding in some holds, and then also we have various different hovers, which we haven't done. Okay, so we'll get right into it. Neck cars, we'll start with 2. So we'll start to drive that chin down, rotate, drop that ear toward the back pocket as we come up to extension. Ear towards the other back pocket, down, back to that starting position. Once more. So we're just moving nice and smooth here. These warm-up cars you never want to rush through. And then let's take it right back the other way. Draw that chest, the chin toward the shoulder, drop the ear. Slowly look up. Ear towards that other back pocket. One more that way. Just take your time. Move in through your max, safest range of motion here. Perfect. Thoracic. Okay, so let's slowly start to drive down. Rotate. Drop. Good extension just through the upper back here. Laterally flex. Back down to that starting position. Once more. Good. Let's take it right back. Good. Let's move it again, nice and smooth. Just trying to move our upper back here. Flex. Rotate. Drop the shoulder blade. Good extension. Shoulder blade toward the other back pocket. Back down to that starting position. Okay, let's get a couple spinal segmentation before we get our hips. So we'll meet in all fours here. Start and end at that low back. So slowly start to move to extension. Doing your best to move one vertebra at a time. Head comes up last. Back at the low back. Start to go on the flexion. Big exhale when you get to the top. 2 more. Just breathe. Take your time here. Perfect. Right back at the low back. Big exhale and flexion once you get to the top. 1 more here. Perfect. And then we'll end in flexion here. Exhale, push everything away. And relax. Perfect. Okay, so if y'all got y'all blocks readily available, we'll go sideline hip cars here. So we have 3, then 4 hip axials. Okay. So bottom hand pulling, top hand punching. Squeeze that ball in that top leg, and we'll slowly start to come up, back, rotate. Little relaxation on the bottom, and let's come right back up. Slowly start to bring that knee back through toward the chest, set the foot down. 2 more. Up, back, rotate. Again, make sure the core is nice and tight here. Nothing's bleeding to that low back. Good. 1 more. Rotate. and then straight back up. All the way, back through. Okay, hip axials here. So we're gonna come up, back, feedback from the top hand, drive that fist against your quad, and let's rotate that foot back, internal rotation, forward, external. 3 more each, right back, forward. Make sure the core is nice and tight here, nothing bleeding to that low back, back, forward. Last one, straight back, and straight forward. Nice. Switch it up. Okay, so we'll hit the other side here. Okay, so again, bottom hand pulling, top hand punching. Squeeze that ball. And let's start our cars on our second side. Up, back. Let that knee drop as we internally rotate. And then straight back up. Slowly bring that foot, knee all the way back through. 2 more here. Again, just take your time here, especially if these are your first cars today. We don't ever want to be pushing through any pain points. So if they're a little smaller, that's just fine. Slowly rotate all the way back through. Good. Last one here. Up, back, rotate, let that knee drop. Just feel that hip socket. And then all the way back up. Slowly rotate back through. Okay, hip axials. So we're coming up, back. Keep that there. Feedback in that top hand. Drive that quad against the fist as we internally rotate back. External, forward. 3 more. Straight back. Straight forward. Last 2. Straight back. Core nice and tight, so it's all hip. Forward. Last one. Straight back. And straight forward. Nice. Okay, warm-up cars out the way. So first base position, it's gonna be that bear sit. So if you have been sitting up on some blocks the last couple weeks, feel free. But you don't need to though. We're gonna be nice in here, 90 degrees. Okay, let those legs fall out. We're gonna start with our 4 pelvic tilts. Okay, so for upright, let's start to tuck that pelvis or drop that belly button down towards the ground. So a little extension of that low back. And then we're gonna flex, belt buckle up toward the chest, very small here. 3 more. Drop that pelvis forward. And we're noting here where we feel the biggest stretch, and then all the way up, belt buckle towards the chest. Flexion of the lumbar. 2 more. Drop the pelvis, straight down, and then up, belt buckle towards the chest. 1 more each. Drop that pelvis, extension, and then flexion all the way up. Okay, now wherever you felt the bigger stretch, either pelvis forward or back, keep it there as we do our isometrics. Okay, so our first one, just pails, 50% max effort. Then we have 2 max safest effort. Okay, so here we go. Let's take a big breath in. Trap that air in the belly. And let's slowly start to drive those heels. Rotate the knees up into your fist at 20% max effort. Double that tension, 40. A little bit harder, 50, and hold. So you have a nice contraction to that groin right now. 50% max effort for 10 more seconds. Keep breathing, keep that tension up into those fists. We got 5, 4, 3, 2, Slowly relax. Okay, warm up pails. Now we have 2 sets pails and rails. Remember, rails is when you're trying to rotate those knees down towards the ground. Okay, if you cramp, do a little bit less. All right, so here we go. Let's inhale, brace up, and let's slowly start to drive those heels, knees up into the fist, 20% max effort. 40, your whole body's pushing now. 60, 80, now as hard as you can, hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, slowly relax. Okay, right to rails. Drive the heels, try to rotate the knees out and down and hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, slowly relax. Okay, couple recovery breaths here. And we got one more like that. And then we're gonna go into some hovers. So we're gonna add a little bit to our liftoffs that we were doing the last couple weeks. Okay, here we go. Let's take the next breath in. Brace the core, and let's start to rotate both of those knees up into our fists, nice and light, 20% max effort. 40, 60, keep pushing harder, 80, here we go, max safest effort, hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, slowly relax. Right to rails, 3, 2, 1. Now we're rotating out and down and hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and slowly relax. Okay, while you recover, this is how we're gonna do our hovers. So if you remember liftoffs, is you're trying to just lift the foot straight off, but we're gonna hover now. So we're gonna lift, hover the foot into a half butterfly, and then we're gonna lift back up, hover all the way back out. Okay? So we're gonna go one side at a time. We have 4 reps each. So whichever side you wanna start on, make sure that you're really driving the opposite heel into the ground. So you're keeping good tension through your whole body. Hands are tight. Hold your position wherever you're at. The more back you are, the easier. More forward, the harder. Okay? So here we go. Let's ramp good tension. Brace up. Scoop the foot off the ground. Keep that there as we slowly hover into half butterfly. Relax. Re-get the tension. Scoop the foot back up. Keep the knee where it's at. Slowly go back out. 3 more. Tension. Scoop. Slowly hover that foot in. Try not to rush here. And straight back up. Scoop. Slowly control. Back out. 2 more. Brace up. Scoop. Control. And then straight back up. Scoop. Straight out. Last one. Straight up. Scoop. Control. And then right back up. Scoop. And right back out. Whew. Okay. Switch it up. Okay, so here we go. Good tension. Drive that opposite heel. And we'll scoop straight up. You might feel one side's a little different than the other, so you have to change the position of your upper body. That's just fine here. And then right back up. Slowly control it out. Perfect. 3 more. Tension, scoop. Really should feel those inner thigh muscles here. So ideally the knee is not coming up first. and then straight back up, scoop. Keep that knee where it's at. Slowly control out. 2 more. Good tension, scoop. Slowly come into the half butterfly. And then right back up, scoop. Drive that knee back towards your hip line as you control that foot out. Last one. Good tension, scoop. Control it in. Your whole body should be really fired up right now. Set it down. Last one, straight back up. Slowly extend. Back out. Nice. Okay, bear sit done. Now we're gonna go into 90-90. Okay, and we'll go front, back leg, and then front leg. Okay, so remember where you've been at the last few weeks. If you have to sit up on a block, if you need some extra ones, that's just fine as well. Okay, so we're as upright as we need to be. So you can sit up without using your hands. Okay, we're gonna start with this kinetic stretch first. So 1 set of 4. Give yourself a big hug. We're gonna start with the light rails contraction. So you're gonna try to, right now you're trying to rotate the foot off the ground by driving that knee super heavy. Keep that tension. And we're gonna rotate the upper body towards the back foot. So I'm trying to lift up right now. And now rotate that knee and ankle down into the ground, Pale's contraction. Slowly pull yourself back forward. Okay, 3 more. Try to lift that back foot up off the ground by rotating that hip forward. Pull yourself into max internal rotation. And then rotate that knee and ankle down into the ground, Pale's. Slowly drive yourself back. 2 more. Rotate. Rails contraction. Thinking light on the foot. Trying to get a little bit more range of motion through that upper body. And then drive down, knee and ankle. Pull yourself back forward. Last one. Straight up. Trying to lift the back foot off the ground. Rotate. And now drive down into the ground, Pale's. Slowly drive yourself back forward. Perfect. Okay, Pales and rails, max effort. Okay, 2 sets. So let's take a big breath in. Trap that air in the belly, and we'll slowly start to drive that knee and ankle down into the ground. 20% max effort. 40, 60, your whole body's tight. 80, now as hard as you can, hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, slowly relax. Okay, little hinge back, right to rails. 3, 2, 1. I'll try to scoop that back foot off the ground and hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. Okay, a couple recovery breaths. If you ever do need a little feedback on rails, you can always push down into that ankle as well, and that can help you feel it a little more if you have trouble feeling it, especially when you're going really hard. Okay, 1 more, then we're getting nice and active. So here we go. Big breath in. Brace the core, and let's start to drive that knee, ankle down into the ground. 20% max effort. 40. Whole body's driving at 60, 80, max safest effort, hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, slowly relax. Rails, 3, 2, 1. Try to rotate that foot off the ground and hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. Okay, so we're gonna get into our lift-offs now. So this is when you hinge forward as much as you need to. Just give yourself a little space to actually rotate the foot off the ground. So the only difference today is our last one. We're gonna do a 10-second hold. And then right from the hold, we're gonna go into 5 hovers. Okay, so we have 5 lifts. Hover is gonna be like this. You're gonna rotate up. You're gonna keep the foot up as much as you can. You're gonna kick out as much as you can until you hit the ground. Then you'll re-get that tension, rotate back up, drive it right back in. Okay? So hold that position of your upper body. And here we go. Start with our lift off. So it's good tension, rotate, lift, and relax. Good tension, brace the core, scoop, lift. You're super active as much as you can. Control it down. 3 more. Good tension, brace the core, lift, relax. Last 2, they were holding. Good tension, rotate, lift, relax. Okay, here we go. Don't lose the tension. We're fighting for 10 seconds, then going right into our hovers. So big breath, brace, rotate and hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Keep the foot up there and slowly kick it out as much as you can. Set it down. Re-get the tension, scoop. Keep that height of the foot. Bring it right back in. 4 more like that. Rotate, lift, extend, relax. Right back up, rotate, bring it right back toward the butt. 3 more. Good tension, lift, extend, the knee super heavy, relax. Re-get the tension, scoop all the way back in. 2 more. Rotate, lift, keep that foot up there as we kick straight out, set it down. Right back up, rotate, bring it back in toward the butt. Last one, good tension, lift, extend, and then right back up, rotate all the way back in. Whew, nice. Okay, back leg done. We're gonna transition to the front now. So same 90-90 position, but I'm just gonna switch here so y'all can see me. Now the back leg can be chilling. Front leg we want at 90. Okay, we're gonna start with this kinetic stretch, same, 4 reps. So you're gonna try to scoop the foot off the ground right now. Keep that tension as we hinge forward as much as we can. And then drive that knee and ankle down into the ground. Push the ground away as you pull yourself back up. Okay, 3 more. Rails, try to scoop the foot up. Hinge, keep the chest big as you hinge forward. And then drive that knee and ankle down. Pull yourself back up. 2 more. Scoop the foot up. Try at least as we hinge forward. And then push the ground away. Drive yourself slowly back up using those glutes. Last one. Try to scoop that foot up. Biggest hinge of the day. Keep trying to drive the foot off the ground. And then push that ground away. Drive yourself back up. Okay, so let's find our in range here. So we're gonna hinge forward, until you got a nice stretch in the outside of that glute. Okay, 2 sets, max effort, pails and rails here. So pails, driving that knee and ankle down, pushing the ground away. Rails, trying to scoop that foot up into your hand, using those inner thigh muscles. Okay, so here we go. Big breath in. Trap that air in the belly. And let's start to drive that knee and ankle down. Push the ground away. 20% max effort. 40. Whole body's pushing. 60. 80. Max effort. Hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. Rails. 3, 2, 1. Try to scoop that foot up and hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. Okay, see if we can sink a little bit deeper here. And we got one more set like that. Okay, here we go. So next breath, let's inhale. Brace that core, and let's start to drive that knee and ankle down, pushing the ground away. 20%. 40. 60. Whole body's tight. 80. Max effort. Hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. Okay, right to rails. 3, 2, 1. Try to scoop the foot up into the hand. Hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and relax. Perfect. Okay, let's get a little active now. So similar to what we just did, we got liftoffs, 10-second hold, hovers. Okay, so y'all know liftoffs are here. Okay, so we're scooping that foot up as much as we can. The hover is gonna look like you're gonna come up, extend forward as much as you can. You'll set it down, and then you'll scoop back up, pull it right back in. Okay? All right, so here we go. Find your good position. If you gotta post the leg up, slide more to the side, that will make it easier. But hold your position wherever you're at. And let's take a big breath. Scoop that foot down and up. And control it down. 4 more. Good tension. Lift. Relax. Good tension through the whole body. Lift. Relax. 2 more. Straight up. Lift. Relax. Okay, don't lose that tension here. We're holding for 10 seconds, going right into our hovers. So get that tension, lift and hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Keep that foot up there as we extend out as much as you can. Set it down. Re-get the tension. Scoop. Slowly bring it back to 90. 4 more. Scoop. Extend. The outside of the leg should be super heavy into the ground. Re-get that tension. Lift all the way back to 90. Last 3. Scoop. Extend. Set it down. Straight back up. Right back to 90. 2 more. Scoop. Extend. And then right back up. Back in. Last one. Straight up. Scoop. Extend. And then all the way back up. And relax. Nice. All right, one side down. Let's match this other side. Okay, so we'll meet back in 90-90, wherever you need to be at, either up on a block, ground. This is your more restricted side. You might need to be up a little higher. I started with mine. So let's get as much as you need so you can be nice and upright here. Okay. So we'll start with our kinetic stretch. Okay, so let's take a big breath. Excuse me. Slightly try to lift the foot off the ground, rails here. And we'll slowly start to drive the upper body towards the back foot. Pails, rotate down into the ground. Ankle super heavy. Slowly pull yourself back forward. 3 more. Rails, heavy knee, light on the foot, trying to scoop it up off the ground as we pull ourselves into our max in range of motion. And then drive that knee and ankle down into the ground. Slowly drive back forward. 2 more. Rails, try to lift. Each time trying to get a little bit deeper here in that upper body. And then pails, drive that ankle super heavy into the ground. Pull yourself back forward. Last one, rails, try to lift. Drive that upper body as much as you can towards the back foot. And then pails, drive that ankle heavy into the ground. Pull yourself back forward. Nice. Okay, we'll grab these real quick. All right, max effort, pails and rails. So we're starting nice and upright. We got 2 sets. So let's take a big breath in. Brace the core. And we're gonna start to drive that knee and ankle down into the ground. 20% max effort. 40. Harder. 60. Whole body's pushing. 80. Now max effort. Hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. Okay, little hinge back. Right to rails. 3, 2, 1. Try to scoop that foot off the ground and hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. Okay, a couple recovery breaths here. And then we got 1 more. All right, so here we go. Next breath, let's inhale. Trap that air in the belly. And let's start to drive that knee and ankle once more into the ground. 20%. 40. 60. Harder. 80. Here we go. Max safest effort. Hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Slowly relax. Okay, rails. 3, 2, 1. Try to rotate the foot off the ground and hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. And slowly relax. All right, getting a little active here. So we're gonna hinge forward so you can get a little space to actually lift that leg or the foot up off the ground, okay? About 1 inch or so. For the hovers, if you have to hinge a little bit more forward, that's just fine. Okay, so here we go, 5 reps. We're holding right to hovers. So let's get good tension. Brace the core and rotate that foot off the ground and hold and control it down nice and slow. Good. 4 more. Good tension. Lift. Control it down. Good. Last 3. Heavy in the knee. Rotate. Lift. Each time trying to get a little bit more range of motion. Control. Last 2. Good tension. Scoop. Lift. Control. Okay, here we go. Don't lose the tension. We're holding for 10 seconds, going right to our hovers. So let's rotate, lift, and we're fighting for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Keep that foot up there. Kick it out away from your butt until it gets close to the ground. Set it down. Re-get the tension, lift, slowly bring it in back towards your butt. 4 more. Rotate. Keep that lower leg soft so it's all hip. Extend straight out as much as you can. Re-get the tension, lift, slowly control it back in. Last 3. Lift, kick straight out, knees super heavy in the ground, relax. Re-get that tension, lift, slowly bring it in. Last 2. Rotate, lift, extend straight out, set it down, and then straight back up. Lift, right back in towards your butt. Last 1. Straight up, lift, extend straight out, keeping that height of the foot best you can, and then right back up, slowly back in. Nice. Okay, home stretch, front leg. So I'm gonna switch here so y'all can see me. Okay, now back leg again, chilling. Front leg can be close to 90 degrees as you can get it. So we'll start with our kinetic stretch here. So let's start to try to lift that foot up off the ground, rails contraction. Keep that as we hinge forward. And then push that ground away. Drive yourself back up. 3 more. Rails, light on the foot, hinge forward. Again, each time trying to get a little bit more range of motion here. Push that ground away. Drive yourself back up using those glutes. Last 2, try to scoop the foot up off the ground. Feel those inner thigh muscles. Hinge, hinge as much as you can. And then push that ground away from you. Drive yourself back up. Last 1, try to scoop. Biggest hinge of the day here. Really trying to get that foot off the ground, even though you shouldn't be able to. And then push that ground away. Drive yourself back up. Okay, let's find our in range. So we're gonna hinge forward as much as we need to get a stretch in the outside of that glute. We got 2 max effort pails and rails here. Okay, here we go. So let's take a big breath in. Trap that air in the belly. We're gonna start to drive that knee and ankle down, pushing the ground away, 20%. 40, 60, whole body's at 80, max safest effort, hold, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, slowly relax. Okay, right to rails, 3, 2, 1, try to scoop that foot up into that hand for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, slowly relax. Okay, a couple recovery breaths. See if you can maybe sink a little bit deeper into that stretch. Then we got 1 more like that, then we're getting a little active. Okay, so here we go. Next breath, let's inhale, brace the core, and let's start to get that knee and ankle nice and heavy, 20% max effort. 40, 60, whole body's pushing, 80, max effort, hold, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, slowly relax. Okay, rails, 3, 2, 1. Try to scoop the foot up into the hand for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and slowly relax. Perfect. Okay, so let's find your spot where you can actually lift off. All right, again, it should be about an inch or so. Boom. Might be different on one side than the next, but we got 5, 10-second hold, right to our hovers. Okay, so once you find that good position, lock it in. Let's ramp good tension through the whole body. Scoop that foot down and up until it comes off, and control it down. Good. 4 more. Good tension. Scoop. Control it down. Last 3. Straight up. Make sure that back leg's super heavy. It's going to help to get that height in the foot. Control it down. Last 2. Straight up. Scoop. Control. Okay, don't lose the tension here. We're holding. So straight up, lift and hold. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Keep the foot up there as we extend straight out. Set it down. Re-get that tension. Scoop. Right back in. Straight up. Extend. Straight back up. Right back to 90. 3 more. Good tension. Lift. Extend. That outer leg is super heavy here. Straight back up. Right back in. 2 more. Straight up. Extend. Straight back. Up. Right back to 90. Last one. Scoop. Extend. Re-get the tension. Scoop. And right back to 90. All right, we just got some cars and then we're done. Okay, so we'll get back into that side lying position. We got 3 each here. Okay, so let's bring it all together. Bottom hand pulling, top hand punching. Squeeze that ball, and we'll slowly start to come up, out. Let that knee drop. Good. Right back up. All the way back through. Hopefully these cars feel a lot better than the first ones we did. 2 more here. Up, back. Rotate. Good. And then straight back up. All the way back through. Good. Last one. Just take your time, reaching for your max, safest range of motion here. And then slowly, all the way back through. Nice. Okay, switch it up. Last 3. Okay, punch and pull. Squeeze that ball. And here we go. Let's start to come up. Back. Rotate. Straight back up. All the way back through. 2 more. Again, just take your time, but you're really reaching for the in range of your hip rotation right now. So really make these as big as you can, pain-free. Last one. Rotate. And then all the way back up. Slowly. Come all the way back through. Nice. That's a wrap, y'all.